New friends, new enemies. Batman and Alfred have formed a tentative alliance, but the Black Mask has some new friends too, and they're coming to Gotham to wreak absolute havoc. Plus, discover the dark secret that will rock Bruce to his core and make him question everything. Absolute Batman, Volume 1, Issue 3, The Zoo, Part 3 of 5. In Crime Alley, we return to Bruce Wayne's childhood, highlighting his dynamic with Selina Kyle through an exhilarating game of cat and mouse. It begins with Bruce demanding, "Will you slow down?" As Selina retorts, "No, you want your genius medal back? Keep up." Bruce had angrily thrown the medal out of the window after his father's death at the zoo, unable to cope with his grief. Selina leads Bruce in a daring chase across rooftops. When she leaps onto a cable connecting two buildings, Bruce hesitates, exclaiming, "Are you crazy? We could die." Selina confidently replies, "Bruce, it's two measly stories at most. You might break a leg or two, but you won't because you're going to keep your eyes ahead, cat style." This pivotal moment carries deep meaning, instilling in Bruce a core philosophy. Don't dwell on the past or failures. Always look forward to what lies ahead. As Bruce cautiously begins crossing the cable, Selina offers advice. Cats are great, but only for short distances. Don't see the drop. Don't see anything at all. This ledge right here, got it? Near the end. Bruce fumbles, but Selina grabs his hand, steadying him. "Look at me. Look, you're okay." For the rest of the night, Bruce walks with confidence, repeating her mantra, "I got it. Cat eyes." In the past, Jim Gordon was the first responder to the tragic scene where Bruce Wayne's father, Thomas Wayne, was shot by Joe Chill. Thomas, heroically attempting to shield others, had positioned himself outside the door when he was fatally shot. Inside, young Bruce, overwhelmed with fear, inadvertently attracted a swarm of bats which began attacking him. Arriving just in time, Jim Gordon found Bruce amidst the chaos. Without hesitation, he scooped Bruce into his arms, holding him tightly to provide comfort and security. Gordon then rushed him to emergency services, ensuring the boy's safety in a moment that would forever bond their lives. The Batmobile, a colossal bat-themed dump truck, barrels through Gotham streets with relentless determination. Pursued by the party animals and GCPD, it leaves chaos in the wake as gunfire, rockets, and bazookas rain down around it. Inside the cockpit, tension mounts. Batman turns to Alfred, giving him a mere 30 seconds to make his case for a partnership. Alfred, while firing back at the party animals, reflects on his life. "I spent over 4 decades perfecting the art of invisibility, 20 passports, twice as many identities. I built a life in the shadows. I was the man you never noticed, the blurred figure in your peripheral vision. And now here I am on Broadway, strapped to the hood of a giant bat-themed dump truck. It's occurred to me, I might actually hate Batman." Alfred breaks from his thoughts and shouts, "What the hell are you doing? You can't just plow through the cities like this. They'll overtake us in no time." Batman unwavering replies, "Then you better talk fast." With chaos erupting around them, Alfred takes a deep breath and begins his pitch. "In my field, there are whispers of a man known as the Black Mask," Alfred shouts over the roar of gunfire. "He's the leader of a secret paramilitary group operating in the shadows for some of the most powerful people on the planet, destabilizing governments, orchestrating violent disruptions. I believe Roman Sionis, the so-called leader of the party animals, is actually the Black Mask." As more bazooka fire and machine guns tear through the streets, Alfred leans out to return fire. "I hate to break it to you," he growls, "but we're not going to last 5 damn seconds in this thing. We need to abandon it and find something fast." Time and time again, Alfred underestimates the Batman. Batman glances at him, unflinching. "I'll pretend you didn't say that." Suddenly, the Batmobile roars with new ferocity. Hydraulics hiss as the massive vehicle begins to transform, its wheels extending outward. The entire chassis shifts, rumbling with a sound of 600 tons of reinforced steel. The roof nearly grazes Alfred's head as it adjusts for the change in height. Alfred stares in disbelief, gripping his seat as the Batmobile crushes an armored car in its path with ease. His thoughts race. "I've been stewing in frustration, thinking I might hate Batman. But now, watching this insane monstrosity shift gears to dominate the chaos around it, I think I might actually love him." The Batmobile transforms from a massive truck into a sleeker, low profile version, though it retains the size of a giant dump trunk. Alfred tells Batman he can help, and Batman challenges him to prove it by manning the Batmobile's rear gun turret. Alfred climbs into the nest, expertly taking out the party animal's tires with precision shots. Alfred says, fine, but if Sionis is the Black Mask, he's too big to fight, too dangerous. He's got endless resources. As the newly transformed Batmobile deploys bat projectiles, each with a unique electrical charge designed to blow out tires, stopping the party animals on their bikes. Batman replies, I'll build bigger. You have 10 seconds more to convince me. Alfred counters, there's no way to build big enough, not against this. Alfred Pennyworth then says, but he offered you a deal back there. I heard him. That means he's ready to compromise. My guess is whatever he's been trying to achieve with these attacks on Gotham, it's almost done. I'm saying you meet him, agree to step down your fight. I'll bet he'll lower the attacks on Gotham to almost nothing, maybe even stop them. You get to be the hero. Batman, tightening his grip on the controls, snaps back. What are you saying? Quit or get it? Now a Jeep armed with a mounted machine gun barrels toward the Batmobile. Alfred continues, I'm saying save lives through diplomacy by being a grown-up. If that's not enough, Black Mask serves some of the richest global plutocrats. This offer is probably for 100 million or more. You take it and you can set Batman up as something real here, something with lasting impact. Batman fires a bat boulder, destroying the Jeep, and retorts, what's in it for you? Alfred replies, Sionis will need to make transactions to upload the deal, and those transactions will likely give my people everything they need on him. So me, I get to leave the city clean, and you get to build Batman big, really big. Batman glances at Alfred sharply and asks, and Sionis gets away? Alfred responds calmly, no, we'll use the intel we get here to apprehend him down the line. Eventually, me and my people, I promise, we all win. They reach the docks with Gotham City Police Department surrounding the Batmobile in front of them. There are about 45 police cars blocking their way. Harvey Bullock, standing behind his officers, calls out, this is Commissioner Harvey Bullock. You will exit the vehicle now. You and whoever else you got in there. Hear me? There's nowhere left to go. It's over. Bullock and his men remain unfazed by the party animals, unconscious bodies fully focused on capturing the Batman. Alfred, ever pragmatic, looks at Batman and says, we make a decent team, kid. Tell me you have something to get us out of this one. Batman calm and collectedly replies, the lever in front of you. Alfred pulls the lever without hesitation, but as always, he underestimates the Batman, thinking he might have a better plan. However, Batman surprises him once again, but to Alfred's surprise, the lever activates an ejector seat that rockets him into the air, and he splashes down into the water below. Batman, unfazed by the chaos, seals off the Batmobile, driving it directly into the bay. The vehicle plunges beneath the water's surface and navigates through a hidden tunnel, leading them to a new bolt hole, a secret location that serves as Batman's latest hideout. It's a fresh start in a place far removed from the chaos of the docks and the party animals. Batman is prepared for whatever comes next. We continue on the night of Thomas's death with Selina and Bruce in Crime Alley. They make their way to a roof where the stray cats congregate, a place of solace for Selina. Bruce asks her how she's been doing in her new foster home. She tells him that she's run away again, the fourth time that year. While some foster parents might be good, the last one was particularly a bad case. Bruce, concerned for her, offers that she can come live with him and Martha, but Selina quickly refuses and tells him never to ask that again. The cats on the roof provide her emotional support, always happy to see her. Despite her struggles, she finds comfort in the presence. She turns the conversation away from her hardships and says she wants to talk about something happy instead. They jump down to street level and into the alley where Selina talks about a lion being sent back to Tanzania after the shooting at the zoo. The lion is being set free, and Selina reflects that perhaps there's a lesson in this, a horrific experience leading to freedom. For Bruce is a reminder of how his own life, shaped by tragedy, has ultimately set him free to become Batman. Selina's attempt to find light in the darkness contrasts with Bruce's inner turmoil. She then convinces him to sneak into a door which leads into an old movie theater. As the projection begins, an old Zorro movie starts playing, the same movie Thomas was planning to take Bruce to his fateful night before he was shot. The sight of it deeply affects Bruce, making him visibly upset as memories of that night come flooding back. In the present day, Bruce visits Eddie Enigma, the Riddler, at his makeshift lab and asks what he was able to uncover from the helmet. Eddie thought a robot he built named AI explains that the helmet gives its users an individual crypto wallet for cryptocurrency called Blackcoin. This network not only provides targets for the wearer, but also assigns monetary value to each crime committed, rewarding the wearer with a certain amount of black coin. Bruce asks if there's any way to take down the network, but AI informs him that it's a satellite base and has thousands of members wearing the mask, making it nearly impossible to disrupt. Eddie advises Bruce to destroy the mask and abandon his pursuit, warning him that the consequences could be dangerous. He continues saying, "You know what the oldest known riddle is, Bruce? What building does a man walk into blind and walk out with sight? A school. Knowledge is vision. Me, I see a lot, too much sometimes. And that's why friendships haven't been easy to find and why I value yours so much. So this is me looking out for you and asking you to please stop." What's intriguing is that the AI speaks in riddles, making it clear in this universe Eddie is embracing his role as the Riddler. Bruce then receives a call from Harvey, whom he asks to investigate the Arc M Fund. Harvey reveals that most of the fundings come from a company called JK Holdings. JK Holdings is indeed an acronym for the Joker. The company is highly diversified with a significant portion of its business centered around building private black site prisons. These prisons seem to be using inmates as subjects for medical experiments. These sites have ties to biotech, pharmaceuticals, and genomic firms, and whatever is happening there, it's clear that it's not good. We move to the yacht of Roman Sionis, where candidate and former mayor Hamilton Hill greets Commissioner Harvey Bullock. Hill says, "Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you agreeing to meet me." Harvey Bullock responds firmly, "You're not getting my endorsement, Hill. If that's why you invited me here, you can forget it. Jim and I go way back a long time." Hamilton Hill, unfazed, says, "Whoa, slow down, Commissioner. I'm not trying to steal you away from old Jimmy. I just want to thank you for all you do and introduce you to a friend of mine." We then see Dr. Benjamin, a member of the inner circle of the party animals, step forward. Commissioner Bullock attends the meeting, hoping Hill can assist him in some way. Hamilton Hill continues, "Commissioner Harvey Bullock, meet Roman Sionis." Roman warmly welcomes Bullock on board. In the background, we see Bibbo Bibowski, a former champion southpaw and someone Bullock admires. Bibbo, a character often associated and a friend with Superman in other universes. Roman Sionis says to Harvey Bullock, "Now please, Commissioner, make yourself at home." Harvey, skeptical, asks about the mask. Roman responds smoothly, "It's just an anonymity, Commissioner. I have a lot of enemies in my line of work. I'm a professional pacifist." He pauses and then adds with a sly smile, "But that I mean, I help bring peace to troubled areas around the world. Good places being taken advantage of by bad people. Your city could use some peace these days. Under your boy Jim Gordon, some very bad people are tearing Gotham apart." The tension thickens as Roman suddenly faces off with Bibbo Bibowski. Bibbo throws a punch that Roman effortlessly dodges it, counting with precision. He quickly takes Bibbo to the ground, locking him in an armbar and breaking his arm with brutal efficiency. Harvey Bullock, unwavering in his loyalty, refuses to betray or badmouth Mayor Jim Gordon, his friend and Marine Corps comrade. Meanwhile, Bibbo, his arm broken and bloody, struggles to stagger back to his feet. Roman Sionis isn't finished with Bibbo. As Bibbo crawls desperately trying to escape, Roman grabs his leg, forcefully cracks his thumb, and leaps onto his back. He locks him in a chokehold, squeezing tighter and tighter as Bibbo struggles. He taps frantically, but Roman doesn't relent. Bibbo's eyes roll back, his mouth hangs open, and his body goes limp. He looks lifeless. While maintaining the chokehold, Roman speaks calmly to Commissioner Harvey Bullock. "The fact is, the party animals are degenerates, young, godless, believing in nothing. Their filth is growing in numbers. Between them and this Batman, you need to get things under control now, or it'll all fall apart fast. Hearts and minds, soft floors. You know where that leads. War. I've seen it happen in cities all over the world. Hell, I grew up in one." Roman continues, "Now I hear you requested 4 RVs and 1 air unit. My people can get you 10 and plenty of choppers, all through state channels, all above board. So what do you say, Commissioner?" Harvey Bullock, visibly uncomfortably, finally interjects, "All right, man, he's had enough." Roman smirks, releasing Bibbo's lifeless body. "Don't worry about him, Commissioner. He'll be fine. Now come, let's talk about peace." But is Bibbo still alive? Has he been turned, changed, or is he dead? Bruce delves deeper into JK Holdings and discovers their network of secret, unregulated prisons spread across the globe. Each facility is designated by a letter of the alphabet. The first is Arc A, is located in Santa Prisca, the birthplace of Bane. Arc B is in Russia, Arc C is in China, and so on. However, his focus shifts to the latest edition, Arc M, currently under construction on an island just off the coast of Gotham. This facility will only become Arkham Asylum. Using a surveyor's scope from across the bay, Bruce observes the construction site. The massive compound looms ominously, and he begins to comprehend the staggering scale of the operation he's up against. In the past, Bruce tries to leave the theater, but Selina stops him. She tells him he has talents the other kids don't, and he can use what happened to him to mean something, but only if he ignores his fears and pushes forward. Selina says, remember the joke you made to your dad about the lion at the zoo? You said the lion had it made, and your father said maybe the lion was safe and cozy, but it doesn't mean anything. Well, this is your chance to mean something, Bruce. You've got talents other kids don't have, and yes, it's scary and dangerous and new, but you need to block that out and go right at it. Cat's eyes. The advice symbolized the importance of not dwelling on the past but looking ahead. Resonates deeply with Bruce. Tragedy has shaped him, but Selina shows him how it can give him his life purpose. Their friends who were waiting for them jump out, and the group watches the movie together. Meanwhile, Martha Wayne sits near the back of the theater, watching them, sadly knowing how much Bruce has endured. In the present, Bruce visits Martha's apartment. First thing in the morning, he suggests she lay low until the chaos in Gotham subsides, but she reveals that she's accepted Gordon's offer to become deputy mayor. Concerned, Bruce warns her that taking the position will put a target on her back. Martha, however, stands firm, stating that she believes in Gordon's vision for the city and refuses to sit idly by while Gotham collapses. Bruce challenges her resolve, asks, what if it's too big and you can't do anything? Martha replies with quiet determination, even though you try anyway, that's what your father would have done. Martha refuses to back down from the fight. By stepping the role of deputy mayor, she is putting herself directly in harm's way, just as Bruce does as Batman. However, unlike Bruce, who operates in the shadows, Martha fights openly in the light, striving to make a difference. Their methods differ, but the resolve is the same. Neither will compromise their morals or shy away from danger when Gotham needs them the most. I believe in what Jim is trying to do, Martha says, and I won't just watch the city collapse. I'm going to try to help. That's who we are, who I am, who your father was. Bruce responds bitterly, and look how it turned out for him. Martha, undeterred, steps forward and says, I'm going to kiss you now so I don't slap you. Goodbye, Bruce. Clean up when you're done. She leaves Bruce standing there, his head bowed, reflecting on her words. Meanwhile, Alfred lurks in a van outside the elementary school where Julia Pennyworth works as a teacher. Julia is an elementary school teacher in Gotham City and the estranged daughter of international spy Alfred Pennyworth. From the van, Alfred watches her silently, his expression unreadable. He drives off before she notices him. In the version of this world, Alfred never reconciled with his estranged daughter. Her rejection over the years drove him deeper into the military and espionage world, leaving behind any hope of rebuilding their relationship. Each rejection hardened him further, making it impossible for him to fully leave the life of shadows and secrets. Alfred thinks to himself, you can't protect them. It doesn't matter how brave you are, how skilled you are, or how right you are. The only thing you can do to keep them safe is to accept that you can't. Look around, past your fist at all those people who get hurt. Look up past the towers of satellites at the forces at work, a whole sky tilted against you, and then you look down past your fist at how far you could fall and do the only good thing you can. Accept it. Bullock endorses Hill's bid for re-election in exchange for Sionis's resources, while the party animals ramp up their campaign of terror. During a speech, Hamilton Hill declares, I want it printed. Gordon's vision has failed. He has failed this city. I'm proud to have the endorsement of the Commissioner Bullock and the GCPD. It's time for us to take back Gotham together. Hill continues, tomorrow marks the anniversary of one of the most violent days in the city's history, the Gotham Zoo shooting. I promise that this year, for the first time since the tragedy, we will not turn on the memorial light. It would be a mockery to see it shine brightly in the sky while blood runs through our streets. After Hill's speech, a newscaster adds, amidst all these questions on everyone's mind is, where is the Batman and how will he respond? The next day, on the anniversary of his father's death, Bruce returns to Gotham Zoo, which had been shut down after the shooting. He stands where the bats once were, reflecting on the past. Using the helmet, he contacts Roman Sionis. Black Mask voice comes through. That's right, $200 million will stand down for 1 week, and I'll make sure we go a little easier on Gotham. Now I can't see you, buddy, but I hope you're smiling just thinking about it. Think of all the good Batman could do with that kind of money. The cars, the weapons, the tech. You'd be something larger than life, something epic. Batman interrupts sharply. Enough. I'll take the deal. Next issue. Absolute Batman, Volume 1, Issue 4. The Zoo, Part 4 of 5.